Hello everyone, welcome to the second session on morphing tangles, that is tangles that kind of blend and merge into each other, that flow organically from one to the other. The transition is pretty smooth. So let's get started with today's session. So what I've done is drawn a big curl. Yes, so I've started from here and drawn a nice and big curl. And now what I'm going to do is start with a tangle called ICANTHIS. So ICANTHIS is a tangle which has the center stem and then these branches coming out of the main center stem, something like this. You can draw as many as you wish. Yes, this is all pencil work. Now I'm going to start with my Micron pen. Yes, you can also use your O1 and then start with my ICANTHIS. So I'm first maybe going to ink the stem till here, add these nice branches of shoots coming out of the stem. Yes, don't bother about the pencil, that's okay. And now I'm going to add nice petal leaf shapes, which is the next logical step when we draw ICANTHIS. Although you can skip the steps, and if you're confident enough you can draw it straight right away, but I'm going to be following the steps here. And next is basically to add a U, a small curve like this under each of these leaf shapes, and then I'm going to draw these shaken crinky lines connecting all of these leaf shapes. Yes, very shaken, forming islands in between, crumpled, cranky. Yes, so this is ICANTHIS, and now what I'm going to do is probably take it a little further till here. And then I'm going to extend this stem and draw what is called MOOKA. Yes, so what I'm going to do is give a nice MOOKA, something like this. Do the same thing on the other side also, and kind of keep the crinky shaken lines, retain them to build that connect. Just like my ICANTHIS. Yes, take your time. You can bring this right up to the beginning if you want. I'm kind of taking a cue from the initial spiral that I drew. Yes, not following it very religiously, but yes, kind of moving along it. So we have kind of transitioned from our ICANTHIS to the MOOKA. Yes, now we have some spaces left. Let us now first and foremost, your ICANTHIS is not complete. Add this weight. Probably I will switch to a finer nib now. Yes, So you need to add some extra weight here under the U. That's a part of the tangle ICANTHIS. Yes, we will add some weight here also. But first let us do this exercise for the ICANTHIS. Take your time. Add a little extra ink here at the curl. You can add it at other places also. For example, if there are small little islands formed in between, we can always ink it. Yes. So I'm still adding that weight here and there wherever I feel like, especially under this U. And then some of the other places where I feel adding some weight will look nice. For example, these turnings. Yes, so just take your time, do that exercise, add bits of weight here and there, a little extra ink wherever you think it will add to the look of your tangle. Of course, there is a curl. Generally, we give a curl on the leaf. You can add some weight here from where your branches are coming out. A little extra touch there. A curl on the leaf. Whichever way you feel like. It's a good idea. Yes, that's how you generally draw your ICANTHIS, but of course you can give it your personal touch, adding some bit of weight where I feel like. Yes, moving on next to our MOOKA. Of course I'm going to add some weight here. Like this. You can of course add some weight at some more places also, wherever you think it will add. As I mentioned, there is no rule here. Some places where you think it will add to the look, you can add some extra ink there. Yes, you can also add some ink here on the head, on the pod, to add a little more depth. So take your time, slowly go to each. It's not necessary always that the tangle should be of the same type or falling in the same genus. It's just about how you transit from one to the other, which is important. Yes, the transition needs to be smooth without any breaks. Then it doesn't matter what kind of tangles, even if they look very different. How you kind of transit from one to the other is what matters when it comes to morphing. Yes, so now I'm kind of going to enclose the inner space. So this is going to be a very fine and delicate aura, because I don't want to mess around with my as close as I can get. If you can use a finer oven, that would be really nice to do this exercise. Kind of enclosing the inside space, not going too close to the crinkly lines, but yes, as much as I can. Take your time and do that exercise. There is no need to do it on the outside. I think it is just required inside, since we are going to add some tangle, or maybe we can do it here because we are going to add tangles outside also. So let's see, going with the flow wherever the tile takes me. Enjoy the process. That's what matters as far as Zentangle is concerned. Don't try to plan your tile much. Yes, before making videos, I do have some idea in my mind how I'm going to go about, but then that's about it. I don't draw the tile. Yes. So once we are done with this, I'm going to ink the inside space black. Yes, I want some drama. So I'm going to use a bolder nib and I'm going to ink the inner space black. So this is going to take a while. So please take your time and patiently ink the inside space, and then we can tangle over it with jelly roll. So we get some drama as well, and we can do the tangling also. Yes. So I'm going to slowly. So since we have added an aura, so my tangles remain crisp and clear and they don't mix up with my inking, especially where I have added some extra ink to the tangle. Yes, so take your time. This is a graphic one that I'm using. Yes. So I'm done with inking the inside. Now let us first fill up the outer space. So there is not much space on the outside. So I'm going to kind of abide by my border. Add some bit of weights here and there. And fill up the space with DIVADANCE. Make sure you're working with a fine nib. Yes, so I'm going to do this exercise in the outer space that I have. So add an aura, further auras, delicate lines of the Tangle DIVADANCE. Again, going to aura the space, add some more weights here and there, wherever I feel like. Going to aura closely. Take your time. Yes. Some fine lines there. Delicate ones. Can add some weight at the start of the lines to add a little more character. Don't have to do much. Again, enclose this space. Again, add weights here and there, wherever you feel like. Yes, take your time, and I'm going to do this same exercise throughout as far as the outside area is concerned. Yes. So I'm done adding DIVADANCE in the smaller outer spaces. This is the big space left now. So I'm going to start here. So start to aura. Probably add some weights here and there. Wherever you feel like. Just the way you draw the Tangle DIVADANCE. Go with the flow. Adding weights. Adding this nice inverted V shapes. Auras are the key. We are still drawing kind of very shaky, crinky lines, whether it's the Tangle DIVADANCE or any other tangle that we have used. Still maintaining uneven, shaky lines. Yes, so just take your time. I'm going to continue in the same fashion and gradually move to the other side. Adding weights here and there. Yes. So let us now connect these auras, going from one end to the other like this. Again, add some weights here and there. Again, connecting the auras from one side to the other. Make sure your lines are close, the auras are close. Take your time. Keep adding those bold inked portions wherever you feel like. Yes, I'm going to go on in the same fashion. So I have completed adding DIVADANCE all around my centerpiece. Yes, and now we have this black space left. You can see the drama that the black ink adds to the tile. Yes, now it is up to us. Either we can keep it absolutely black, just add some small dots and we are done, or we can also add one more tangle which is kind of the same nature. Yes. So you can also add a tangle called Stir It Up, which is again something like crinky lines going crazy, something like this. Yes, crinky, shaken kind of thing. Draw all along this black space. Yes, with your white jelly roll, that is also a possibility, but I think I want to keep it simple. Yes, I would like to go with simple dots or probably tipple or something like that. Yes, but the spaces are kind of very uneven, so dots will be a good idea. So use your jelly roll and add some simple dots inside to add that mystic kind of a feel. But I have given you some options. Another tangle falling somewhat in the same category would be Stir It Up, and you can fill in the inner space with that tangle, or you can add orbs, simple tipple, would also look nice. Yes, but I like this mystic kind of a feel that plain dots would add to my tile. Yes, so I'm going to stick to this, but as I mentioned, you can always add something else also. Yes, so let's now shade our tile. So what I'm going to do is pick up my pencil and shade on the heads of my MOOKA. That's where you generally add shading as far as MOOKA is concerned. And you can also shade here. Not too much of graphite there, since the stems are thin. Slowly take your time. Yes, let us blend this much first. Sorry. So MOOKA heads, that's the way we generally shade them, so that they kind of look like orbs popping up. Yes, and then a slight shadow here, not too much. We want the whites also to be visible, but I'm kind of adding a little prominence to the stem, and in the process some of the shadow spills over to the MOOKA. That's fine. Yes, moving on next to our ICANTHIS. ICANTHIS, you can either continue the shade in the same fashion, or again you can highlight the stem. Slowly take your time. I'm going to the branches as well as the center stem, adding graphite over it. Small little spaces where you can add ink. And it would be nice to shade under these folds, just like a shadow. Yes, so let us first blend this much. So going to soften the graphite, add it on the stem, adding some prominence to the center stem and the branches running along my ICANTHIS. And then a slight touch under the folds You don't want to blend too much. Using almost the tip of my blender to just blur the graphite. Like this. Yes, I think we have done it for all. And then the DIVADANCE, of course, wherever there is a dip, you can add some graphite and you can highlight the places where lines are going up. Take your time. You need to be patient. Spaces are small. Just touches here and there. Yes, so I'll do the same. Very tiny spaces. You can just touch whatever is there on your stub. That is sufficient. Yes. So I'm just adding graphite on the dips. Slowly, very tiny spaces, just touch your graphite and the stub and you don't need to do anything else. Yeah, that's it. Yes. Let us now highlight with our chalk. So you can add some chalk here. Use a different stub. Spaces are small, so I'm just adding, avoiding using my stub, just using my hand. Yes, so the layers kind of pop up when you add the chalk. Just some touch here and there. Yes, so that's it. I don't think we need to add anything else to our tile. Yes, we can stop here. If you want, you can add some bit of embellishments here and there to your ICANTHIS. So let us close our tile now. Yes, I'm going to close. Must put in your chop sitting somewhere cozily. Find a nice place for your chop. So I'm going to use my jelly roll. Put my chop here. Somewhere. Yes, make sure your jelly roll dries up before you turn the tile. Sign and date your tile. I shall see you again with the next session. There are a couple of sessions lined up on morphing tiles. Yes, I shall see you in the next session.